Are you ready to tell them?
I can't think of one reason why we shouldn't. Who wouldn't want to know?
Sure, we know.
Let's do it.
Welcome to Magnetic Beings, the podcast. I am your host, Devin.
I am your host, Heather.
We are
Magnetic Beings.
Expect the unexpected as we journey together, experiencing synchronicities and undeniable miracles.
To enhance your own inner power. Strengthen your already amazing gifts.
Shift your perspective and change your mind.
Learn more about who we truly are as beings.
You are capable of amazing things. You are a beautiful soul.
Love's the answer. Now's the time. What are you listening to?
The alien invasion.
Alien frequencies.
That's what we're doing. We're listening to the alien sound effects.
You know,
Welcome in, everybody. Here we are.
could it be my abandonment issues?
What?
I said, could it be my abandonment issues? They just did not show up for me yesterday.
You have no idea whether they did or not.
No, because they're already here.
They're already here. You cannot have an invasion of people that are already here, or beings rather.
I did. I brought my other device out in case we wanted to show when they came in.
Yes, we do. We want to see that.
Okay.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to episode 7, season 1 of Magnetic Beings, the podcast. Heather is hanging out on the roof, waiting for the aliens to land. There's one. I see him.
Wonder if my little owl's speaking out.
So, anyway, this whole December 3rd alien invasion thing has taken TikTok by storm. It's crazy. Now it's all I'm seeing, probably because I've been talking about it. But what do you think?
I think, yeah, that's probably why. But it seems like only TikTok knew.
Yes.
Why does it say accept Reiki over my head?
The information.
Why does it say that over my head?
Because you need to accept some Reiki.
Do I need to click it?
No. I took care of it for you.
Oh, thank you. I feel so healed. I feel so much better. Just being around you is healing.
That's true.
Yep.
Very true. I am aware that a lot of people are feeling some kind of way about what was going on yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know a lot of people went to work ready to get off early. Some people kept their kids home from school. It's like,
really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, it's because they presented it as if it was going to be a battle.
Yes, and what does that do?
Fear. That's what made me wonder about it all. I was like, what kind of fear are they trying to? What are they distracting people from? Why are they trying to lower everyone's vibrational frequency with that?
Fear? Yes, exactly. So Fastmust is asking in the comments, what did she miss? What did he miss?
Oh yeah. So there was okay. Somebody predicted that. Correct me if I'm wrong, Devin. This is based on TikTok videos. So that Joe Rogan was going to have a podcast and interview Donald Trump. This was years before Joe Rogan had a podcast, and it was when Donald Trump was doing the TV show. And that 30...
What, you're fired?
Yeah. And that 32 days or however many days after that event, the podcast happened, that there would be a battle in the skies between aliens and our military.
I didn't hear that.
Oh, you didn't?
No,
Why did you think they thought they were coming?
I just thought they were coming because
Yeah,
the
and I guess they
government is now
assumed
talking
because
about the fact that aliens are real and that
oh,
there
because of the
is other
disclosure.
life forms, and
Which
that was my impression. I didn't hear anything
I
about
got it.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, because the guy predicted that, and they were like, "Oh my god!" And then it happened, and then they were like, "Oh well."
Oh, see, you know much more than me. I had no idea,
Yeah.
but we didn't see a battle in the sky. At least I didn't see a battle in the skies last
Well,
night.
and, and it's interesting that they just had this disclosure because the disclosure clearly is like, yeah, you're not gonna. The reason that they're having this disclosure is because our military is not able to track them or. Oh wow, isn't that nice? Sorry about that. And
Okay.
like the jets, they'll be flying in formation, and these UAPs will just shing right between them. Hi, Patty. Hi, Charlie. Hi,
Oh,
Melissa. We're talking conspiracies today. Hey, settle down.
yes, we are. So, here's what I feel like. I feel like this is another thing being blown up out of proportion to propagate fear in the hearts of humans. And I wish that more people would. I wish that more. Sorry, I was laughing at her backing up sounds, but I wish more people would lay the fear down. Like, this is I know in my heart of hearts that there is not going to be an alien invasion where they're coming down and, you know, pew pewing and all of this craziness. There's not going to be this intergalactic war. If anything, I know in my heart that when open contact happens, is there a being in there that you're showing me? Oh, all right. When open contact happens, it's going to be a love event. It's going to be a coming home. And I really wanted to talk about this because for all of our lives, we have been told things and have been told to fear things like fear God, like ridiculous. Never heard anything so crazy in my life. God would not want you to fear him or it or however you identify with the higher power or the creator or source. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear except
And
for fear itself.
yeah, and we know that, like we discussed, I think in an earlier podcast, that fear, um, hate, things of this nature completely bring us down to a frequency that's unhealthy.
Yeah, and it
So,
causes us to be full of pain, dis-ease. It inhibits our natural clair abilities because we all have them. I don't care who you are, they are in there somewhere, right? When we start to clean up our physical body, our houses, our minds, when we start to take control over our thinking and our thought processes and start to realize the power of who we truly are, we become more connected to source and we can then access our abilities more easily.
and we're very much easier to control when we're in a state of fear.
Yes, it's the only way to control us is keeping us in a state of fear. So I firmly believe that this whole, there's going to be a crazy alien invasion and it's going to be scary and everybody run and hide your kids and your dogs and who knows what's going to happen. No. 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 That's
No,
not going to happen.
not to mention, I do not feel. I feel like that they are not. Their intent is not harming us, it's fixing us.
Yeah, and I don't even know if I would say fixing us. I think assisting us
Yeah.
is a better way to put it
Well,
because
I say fixing us because I think that I don't and I wish I'd done my research before I got on here. I just thought about this again, but it's like the war thing, they're not down with that
you
at all.
you know, you've never ever in your life said, "I wish I'd done my research."
Well, I mean, just to update my brain because
Yeah,
I feel like that they have intercepted things that already in the past, like when it
yeah.
comes to
So
rock.
you were talking about we were on the phone earlier. We were talking about nukes
Hmm.
and how they will intercept any nuclear attempts.
Yeah. And my belief is not necessarily that they're coming from the sky. I think that they're interdimensional. That's why I feel like they're already here. They've always been here.
Hmm.
They're just another form of protection.
I think so, but I believe that they're our galactic family. It's we are connected to them,
Hmm.
you know, because as a spiritual person, we know that you know I am you, you are me, we are one. Everything is connected,
Yeah.
which it would include beings from other places.
Hmm. Yes. And if
Stars.
they're on a higher dimensional plane, then they've achieved the things that we're trying to get to here, which is that oneness and love.
Yeah, and
They've
I
they've
think
already
they are
figured
here
it out.
to assist us in doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But the agenda of people like people on TikTok and news outlets is to propagate fear. And if you are fearful, you are not going to experience a loving connection.
That's right. And when we oh look over my head.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's fun light codes.
It is light codes. Look at it.
Oh
Look at right here. I love that.
gosh, my hair.
Melissa
My
says,
hair. My hair.
Melissa says a doc called Above Majestic on Hulu covers a lot of this and the incoming exposure of the government. Yes.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know deep within my being that beautiful times are ahead. And I want to implore you, whoever is listening to this, whoever is watching us live right now, to put down your fear.
Amen.
Because first of all, we are all made of energy, right? And if science teaches us one thing, is that energy can't be created, energy can't be destroyed. So what are you afraid of?
Yeah, and I truly believe that I was abducted by aliens one time in my life when I was like 15, and I was dropped off at the ocean front for it was a the ECSC surf competition,
Hmm.
and me and all my friends, well, all my friends were already there, so my mom dropped me off First Street, where I was today, actually,
Okay.
and then she was
Interesting.
supposed to pick.
Wait, interesting.
Right,
Yeah.
I know, because I
But
don't go there every day.
the morning after the alien invasion, you're right back where you were abducted?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Maybe you were abducted again today. You just don't
Maybe
remember
that's
yet.
that. But what happened was, she was supposed to pick me up at a certain time, and I've spent my whole life on this beach, up and down this beach, and so anyway, um, I was supposed to, I was gonna call her. I don't, whatever it was, I was looking for a payphone.
Yeah.
We didn't have, so
Dating yourself.
I was walking and walking and walking for, it didn't seem like that long, but then the next thing you know, it was like hours later, and I called, and my mom was worried sick, and people were looking for me, and I was all the way down on like 40th 42nd Street, like wherever the boardwalk ends. That's where I was when it came, like, what's going on,
When
so
you came back to your senses.
Yeah. And then after that, so nothing happened in that time other than I lost time. And I've always felt a strong connection to these uh interdimensionals, cryptids, all these things. And I feel like that something happened that day that put me in the loop, so to speak.
Yeah. And that's interesting because you have a lot of experiences in your day to day life
Mhm.
that are indicative of a deep connection with spirit and with other worldly beings.
Yes, and I think that having that also gives you that connection to things like interdimensional beings, because that's what you're dealing with. Like my mediumship is all dealing with that interdimensional energy, that
Yeah.
and the cosmic energy. Oh, that's so cute. I love that. Ah,
Thank you.
that's so cute.
I love the night star.
Ah, I
The one
know.
I gave you yesterday was the first
Yeah, I
time I
know.
saw
And
it.
I had never seen it before. And then I was looking back, I was like, oh, what is that? Because I just caught it at the end and it looked like a church window or something.
Yeah, but it's stars in the night, which is perfect for the conversation we're having.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
I love it. Thank you
That was
so
there.
much.
Thank you so much. I didn't realize. I thought, thank y'all. I didn't know I was getting gifts.
Yeah, you
I
are.
just looked at my coin thing and I was like, oh, y'all are so sweet. Thank you.
Yes.
So yeah, and when we went to see the Northern Lights, this is there is, I got a video of them. It looks like huge beings coming through, and
Yeah, you
I
guys gotta
felt,
go check out that video. Sorry, I'm gonna interrupt you for a second.
no, go ahead.
So I went to Virginia Beach and she went back and looked at some videos, and you can see beings running across like the horizon, and then you can see the beautiful aurora borealis, but you can very clearly see them running. They're shadows, so it's definitely
I'll show
being
you while we're talking. Okay,
dimension, but
I'll
it's
mute and just show the video while.
oh yay! Let's do that. So if you are listening, and this podcast is posted, you can scoot over to YouTube and check us out at Magnetic Beings, the podcast with Heather and Devin, or with Devin and Heather. I forget how we have it. It's with us. There's a little alien girl in a yoga pose. You'll know it's us when you see it. It's actually in my bio. There's a link for that. Oh my goodness, Melissa, we're so glad you're here. Thank you so much. While Heather is getting that video to show you guys, here she is. Okay. And you can go onto her TikTok page and check it out too. Support her. You guys follow, give her a follow, give her some support. Welcome in, beautiful souls. Thank you all for coming. There it is. Turn it up. And you can see the light when they cross in front of the light. That's a ship out on the ocean. She's looking out at the ocean. Start it again. That first being is what gets me. Look at that. That is very clearly a being. Isn't that amazing? I wish for those of you that are just listening to this podcast that you could see this. If you could go to YouTube and check it out, you can see the image. It is amazing. She didn't even know she captured this until, God, it was like a week later, wasn't it, girl? Or a couple days at least. It was not the next day.
No, I was about, because we had taken those beautiful photographs, right?
Yeah.
Where it was so vibrant. And all the videos I had taken while I was waiting on you were just so dark. And I was like, I was going to delete them. But instead, I was like, let me just watch them and see if maybe some color came through, or you could, because not only was there the color, but there was like a movement to them, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah, they were
the,
fluid for sure.
mhm.
Yeah. And I just find that video, you know, Melissa said it sends chills up her spine. But that is proof that the beings have been here, right? I don't think we need to be sitting on the edge of our seat waiting for an invasion. They're already here. They're already around us. They're within us. They, we are connected to this galactic family, and like your higher selves, your guardian angels. I mean, it is all one.
Am I, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I wanted to show also the one that I saw last week.
Okay.
Remember that one?
Yes.
This one was crazy. Now I see them, and I have seen them all the time down there because I'm going at night all the time,
Yeah.
and I'm familiar with the military planes. I'm familiar. There's also an airport, so there's planes coming out of there. I'm also familiar with satellites and all the different things because I'm just a big sky watcher. So, but I had never seen one like this, like I did last week. Oh, here it is. Okay, let me turn y'all back around.
Okay. The government official says were here first, so aren't we the aliens? I think we're all aliens, yes. Ooh.
I'm gonna start it over, huh?
How was that?
Hey, wait a minute. What is that thing? It disappears. Where'd it go? For crying out loud. Okay, y'all see
This
it?
is on her line.
Is it a plane? Oh, yeah. It's a bird. It's a plane. What? It's a silver ball in the sky.
What? It looks like a phoenix.
Right? Oops. Okay. So I didn't mean to, I thought I had the volume turned down.
That's okay.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
That is crazy.
Whoops.
Isn't that cool? FSG Holmes says he has always had past life experiences. I've known that since birth. We are one. Yep. We are hybrids. Yeah.
Same.
Yes, they're all around us.
My past, most of it's like this too. Have you noticed? It's children. It's the children that have the clarity before they've been indoctrinated or told that that's looked at like, huh, kind of thing. But I knew at 5 years old, I was, I knew I had been unalived in a car wreck when I was 16, and my mom would be like, "You're 5? Like, what do you mean?" Kind of thing. And then since then, there's been many, many other things that have come to my knowledge and my memory.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think that's so cool. Yes, FSG Homes. Yes, lots of us can. I mean, we all have the capability to speak with spirits, speak with loved ones,
Yes.
to go back and regress for past life experiences. It's just some of us are open to it, some of us are not. Some of us are more clean of a channel than others, and that's okay. We are all on our own unique journeys, so the soul in me honors the soul in you. I think it's beautiful.
That's right. Yes, I did hear that story that he says, or he or she, I'm sorry, didn't mean to say the wrong pronouns. If I did. Ever hear the story about the kid who was a fighter pilot in World War II?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. And there was also another one that was really intense. A professor at UVA did a class on things like this, and he told of a story of a child who remembered. He was like naming a place, and they recognized the country, and they showed him a map, and he was able to point out, and he was like, that's, And long story short, they took him there. He was able to go through this little community and walk up to the door and actually speak to this woman and say that he was her husband and that he had been pew, pew,
Yeah.
and they didn't know where he was, and he was able to find his body.
Wow.
Yeah, and was able to.
That fascinates me, and I think it's incredible
Hmm.
because what a healing experience. It was Gandhi. Laugh if you want. We even share the same birthday. Yeah.
No, I believe that.
Oh, he says I was Gandhi.
I believe
Nobody's
that.
laughing at you.
My 2-year-old is antiques.
Melissa says my 2-year-old notices antiques and knew immediately how to use a dial phone. It's also interesting. It is. It's absolutely fascinating. And I think the more that we are interested in exploring the true nature of us, right? Because we are eternal beings. We are infinite. We go on forever. Like it's not you are yeah, and you're just done. That's not a thing. You go on to exist in a different form. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So we will always exist in some way.
Mhm.
So what is there to be afraid of? The main point of this is like don't be afraid of alien invasions. That's preposterous. If anything, it will be enlightening. It will help us to ascend, to evolve into better humans and have a more loving and beautiful existence. The point of us coming live to today is because I saw so many videos that was like, "That's an alien invasion." It's like, oh my god, just stop.
Well, and the other thing that every experience that I've had with what I would consider an interdimensional being or like a a spirit or anything, the communication that they use is energy and it's like psychic or telepathic,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And so it, sensing, I don't want them to sense fear.
Right. Well, if you are fearful anyway, I feel like if you have so much fear in you or anxiety or you're just operating from this low vibrational space, it's not likely that you're going to see anything.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You're certainly not going to see light beings.
Right.
FSG Homes. Me too. I woke up this morning, right? So first of all, I woke up this morning, I go out to the kitchen, I'm getting ready to make breakfast for my husband and my daughter before they go off to school and work. And so I put some bacon in a pan and I look at the clock and I'm like, oh my God, I have no time. I do not have the time to do this. It said it was 6:15. And I was like, I know, I just woke up. I woke up at 4:45. I know I just woke up like a few minutes before this. And so I'm like, I looked down at my phone and my phone was right, but the clock on the stove was wrong. It was ahead an hour and a half. So then I go into Facebook and I'm looking at there's like a group chat in my neighborhood and they were saying that they heard this loud boom last night. It was like right after I went to bed. So I was like, that's interesting. I didn't hear anything. And so people said, well, the electricity went out, but it was just for a couple of minutes. Well, even so, it would have been blinking, first of all, if it was the electricity, right? Because when the power gets knocked out, your your clocks are blinking and it was not blinking and it would have been behind, not ahead. So I was really confused by that. It was an hour and 15 minutes off. And then there was this loud boom. So I don't know what the heck is going on. But I went outside, right? I'm standing on the back porch and I felt a presence. And I was telling Heather earlier, and I was like, just show yourself to me, right? And Heather was like, you're not at the right frequency. And I was like, damn, truth hurts sometimes.
How high do we have
But
to
I could
be?
feel it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you could feel it though, right?
I could. Yes.
I've seen a few, like and drew them. Every time I see anything that's supernatural, I draw it
Yeah.
because I it fades so quickly from my memory, like a
Yes.
dream.
Yeah, it does.
And I've had where multiple me and my daughters all saw something at the same time, and we were able to draw it, and it was all the same, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's
Hmm.
nice to meet you too, FSG Homes.
Yeah, yeah. It's been a pleasure reading all your
Yeah. Hello, Emily. No, I don't have any missing time that I'm aware of.
Just
But like
me.
FSG says, it's time is an illusion. And I
Grayson, right?
time is all tangled up today.
Now's the
I don't
time.
know
Now's the
what's
time.
going on.
That's what I said. Now's the time.
Yep, now's the time. That's it.
Um,
Right now and right now.
and something that I don't know. I think FSG said it, or maybe but like, and we talked about this the other day. I wasn't going to repeat the story, but since you said it, my daughter would remember stuffing, making sausage in pantyhose
Yeah,
when she was 3.
pantyhose. Was it legs? Remember the legs?
Disgusting. Why did you do that?
Just
No wonder you had to
got
come back here.
legs.
That was nasty.
I used to love playing with the little eggs. Hi, Grayson. How are you? Welcome in.
My grandmother used to put pantyhose on, my great grandmother, and then she would let me draw all over her legs.
Oh, that's fun.
That's probably where I got addicted to tattoos.
Ah, yeah. You were learning early, weren't you?
I had her all tatted up.
That's fascinating. So the moral of the story is put the fear down. Nothing to be
Yeah.
afraid of, for crying out loud. I wish an alien ship craft would land in my driveway. And it will eventually. Just need to be patient.
And then there are
How about it?
there are like government, like I truly believe the one I sent you today was a drone.
Uh, what, the dragonfly?
Grayson was there for that. Remember when I got attacked by the dragon? Or not attacked. It was like he was dancing with me and like having fun with me.
Yeah. He was like tormenting you a little bit. He was
It
like,
was fun though. Yeah. Like, mm-hmm. I'd be
I'm
like,
all up
watch,
in your
watch.
face.
What are you going to do now? Come back. And like, whew, wee, into my hair.
Yeah. Um, that's it's fascinating to me. And it's like I do think that we're all going to experience seeing inexplicable things and things in the sky and beings around, depending, on where you are vibrationally. But I don't feel like there's anything to worry about. Nothing to worry about.
Most of the time when I see something like material, like that looks like I could touch it, it's looking at me like, what are you doing here?
Yeah,
Kind of thing.
yeah. You're
Like
the
it's
alien.
confused.
Yeah.
Get out of my
What is
dimension. What's wrong with you?
FSG Homes says, why are people waiting for the government to tell us things? And that's actually a good point.
A
When
very
when I
good
heard that,
question.
so I saw one of the TikToks. This is a guy who channels. His name is shoot. What's his name? Coach Monarch. He looks like a Pleiadian, and I guess I don't know if he's channeling a being or if he's actually another worldly being. But I'm drawn to him for some reason, and he was talking about now that the governments have admitted that there is information and that there are beings and ships and other things out there that have been hidden from us. Now they can come and talk to us about it and can make themselves known. I find that crap. Like, why? Like, especially our government, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I I feel like that they don't know, and that if they did
No, but guess
completely.
what my question is? So this guy who is apparently another being says now that the government has acknowledged us, be prepared for open contact in 2025.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Why would other beings feel like they needed the permission of the American government and the
Oh
government?
yeah, no, 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 no.
Why?
And it's not just the American government.
Yeah, it's go worldwide.
Yeah, and but it's not that. It's just that they've spoken it. So now it's brought it into the collective consciousness of the world, whereas before it wasn't so much there. So
Okay, now, okay, thank you for that. So you're saying that the consciousness has now heard it once. It's not going to be as mind shattering and mind blowing because the government's like, yeah, they exist. And people are like, oh, they do. Right?
yeah,
Because
yeah,
people
and more
believe
so that people that couldn't see them before will be able to see them now.
Yeah. That's fast.
And that's probably why they're like double time throwing stuff out there that looks or seems like that silver thing that we saw.
Yeah. So did you hear anything? The other thing I heard was craft from other worlds would be completely silent.
Yeah, no, I never hear anything.
Our ships have a hum.
Yes, and this one disappeared, so that makes me think it's not the government.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the ones I've seen are completely silent, light, like Merkaba.
I love Merkabas. I saw
That's
one.
exactly what it is. It's like they're traveling their
like,
they're traveling in their light body, I think.
Yeah. I love it. This is
Right.
awesome.
Amazing, isn't it?
It is. I'm so excited for our future.
Me too.
There's so many beautiful things ready to happen.
And I just see the evolution unfolding of.
Yeah, it's a beautiful time to be alive.
Awakening.
Yes. It's amazing. It is a beautiful time to be alive. And I really just like, and I know that this is your purpose and it is my purpose too, to help people on their awakening path and to really realize the truth of their essence, the core of their being.
Yeah.
Because we are amazing.
The Pleiades, interesting that you said that. They're the ones that can allow access into this realm to other planetary or whatever other types of beings, and supposedly they live in the mountains.
The top rung being.
Yeah, and they live underground at Mount Shasta.
Some of them,
yeah, and because some of them were Atlantis and Lemurians, Atlanteans and Lemurians, and that's where they went.
And that just every time you say that, it reminds me of those notes that you found about me.
Yeah. Right.
Before we even met, we can retell that story if you want.
Yeah, tell it.
So Heather sent me a picture of these notes. And it was like Devon, Pleiadian, Devon, like Lemurian with like question marks. Like she was like trying to figure out Devon, Atlantis, question mark. And
where'd she come from?
Yeah, who's this Devon chick? I'm all of the above. But the fascinating thing was she was like, I found this note. She's going to go get it to show you guys. She found this little folder. She was going through looking for something we were working on together, and she found this folder. It was untitled, and she opened it up, and it was like 2 sheets on top of each other. And so it was kind of grumbled mess. What's the program you were working in again? Procreate. So she I guess separated the 2 sheets, and that's when she saw what it was saying. But the time that she created that note and the file was what, March of 2023 or May?
May of like a year before we even met on here.
Yeah, May of 2023, a year before we even knew each other. And I was like, well, do you know any other Devons? And she was like, no, I know. I don't know any other Devons. I was like, that's incredible. So another example of how time is an illusion. Who knows, you guys? I really encourage you to just move through your experience every day with light and love, create beautiful things, operate from a beautiful heart space, and stop watching the news, number one, and stop letting the programming in. If it doesn't feel in alignment with you anymore, change it. You can change it. There it is. There's the nodes. So that's
Okay.
it together.
Yeah, and then hold on, I'm just so you can.
Just
So
need to
see, in this program you open, if you're not familiar with it, it's layered like this. And so if I close a layer, it's like 7. Is she from Lemuria?
Where's she from? Who's this chick?
Ask is she Palladian? Atlantis? Then where? In a tunnel? You know what? I bet I was about to put in that mountain. And then what did this?
I have been called to Mount Shasta. Maybe we should do a retreat
You
there.
should.
I
There's
wonder,
and
do
then
that
there's,
before Sedona?
yeah, that would be fun. I would like to go there. I
I
want to
would
get
rather go to Shasta.
some. There's some stuff. Oh, and while I'm in here, just here's real quick. Here's one of the beings that I saw. That
Ooh,
was like 8
open it
feet.
up. Open it
Eight.
up.
That was like 8 foot tall. It had no face, but I could still like it was communicate. It was confused,
He's
and
excited.
that's the one me and my twins saw. It was in the bathroom.
It's a greenie.
Yeah, it's like it's
Love you, Wendy.
Here's another one.
That looks like a bug.
So this one was crazy. I looked this up and I put it in, the reverse app,
Yeah.
and 2 pictures came up, and it said butterfly kachina, and it was
Oh.
it was a Native American like protective whatever, and the actual photos there was 2 feathers in this thing's hand with like a staff or something.
Oh.
Yeah, that was wild.
That's crazy.
I've
That,
had so many crazy things happen.
Bernadine, Danny Shea from Bathrobe Tarot does Mount Shasta retreats. Yeah, we would probably create one of our own.
Yeah.
But thank you for letting us know.
Yeah, that's awesome. Mm-hmm.
FSG Home says, what's going on with the Miami alien and that guy that had the videos? Does anyone know?
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure about that. I feel like that was like I feel like that was a precursor on the government side trying to invoke fear.
Yeah.
But that's just the feeling I get.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is to invoke fear because you are controlled when you're fearful. You have to be low vibrational for them to control you.
One more thing. Where is it? I have so many things. I'm not very organized, Devin.
You're fine. Yeah, you're fine. Drinking my coffee today. I am just so excited about.
Oh, here, it's this one.
Yeah.
Those who live in fear believe they are better humans than those who do not. They seek ways to multiply fear. Fear is their virtue.
It is. It is. And I think that's present in the church a lot because they're telling you fear God. She's a God fearing woman. And I like what it says at the bottom there.
Yeah.
um, your creator doesn't want you to fear it, or him, or however you associate yourself with a creator. Most definitely, fear is not in the ingredients of a deep connection.
Look at the light. Is it on me?
It's coming like across you.
Yeah.
Say hello. unwavering faith and belief over fear. Absolutely. Absolutely. You guys, what you believe and the way that you show up in your life every day is you are creating your own realities. So if you are going to keep yourself in a fear-based um, vibration, then you can expect more fear-based things to show up. If you decide to choose love and light and peace and joy, and no matter what is happening around you, if you see something that's inexplicable or inexplicable in the sky, and you're like, and you look at it and you go, oh, wow, how awesome is that? How blessed am I that I get to experience this instead of everybody running and jumping. No, show up with love, show up and be like, welcome in. You want a sandwich?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Just kidding, but not really. Yeah, it's just amazing. Life can be so amazing, but it is definitely what you make of it. So many things in the sky that I can't explain, and in my apartment, yes, ghosts. Yeah, and I think these happenings are going to continue. It's going to keep happening. It's going to get more and more beautiful, especially as the collective consciousness is increasing and raising its vibration.
What do you think about crop circles too?
Crop circles. I don't really know, to be honest. Um, Energy.
Yeah, and I've noticed that they're always in somewhat of
It's like a
a
sacred geometry.
torus or a like a vortex looking like it's like an imprint, I feel like, from something.
Yeah, yeah, and it's always very uniform. It's very clean.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like messy.
Right.
It's definitely not something that I think that humans could create, especially overnight. Um, and I think it's the energy from their ships.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
That's what I think too.
Yeah, yeah. So I say they, but I mean, I think that we have more of a connection than any of us will know at this point.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I believe that too. And that's, the same with like mediumship or psychic abilities or anything like that. And
Telepathy.
people ask me to like, if someone asks me to do a reading for them, I normally end up teaching them how to recognize the communication.
Yeah, I love doing that too.
Yeah.
Just little tips and tricks. I mean, I do it all day long when I'm doing lives. Like, I want you to know how to pick this up on your own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we all have that capability. Yes.
Yeah, we all are. We are all healers.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one of us. There's not one of you out there that could not um, fine tune one or all of your abilities if you choose it. But that's again, it's something you have to choose. You can choose to remain in fear and remain not understanding the absolute miraculous nature of your existence, or you can explore it and open up your mind to these things. It's your
And
choice.
the
And
gate,
however that is for you, that's don't make no difference for us. But it would be a lot more beautiful if you did.
the gateway to that is also, I feel like, having being conscious about balancing your chakras,
Hmm.
but staying balanced, grounded.
Yes, balanced and grounded. Definitely, definitely grounded.
It
The
brings
Earth is a
clarity.
charging station. It is an electromagnetic field. You are electromagnetic. It will heal you. Spend time in nature, all as much as you can. Those rubber soles were the biggest, the biggest threat to our health. You know, but now the world's all trashed up, so we gotta watch those rusty nails.
I know it's hard for me not to look at everything as a way of holding us back from a lot of.
Well, most of it is everything we experience, the food we eat, the air we breathe, the water we drink. I mean, all of it. It's like, but I do see this changing in the
Mhm.
future. And I think all this alien invasion is going to help that.
Mhm.
I think it's going to help to heal us.
Do you know how many healing methods there are that have been patented and then locked away by
Oh, yeah. I
the
mean, you can
GOP?
find them on the government's websites now.
Right.
Like stuff that people like, oh, that's new age. Yeah, this is new age medicine. And it's like, it couldn't be older. It couldn't be older than, I mean, it's ancient knowledge
Yeah, for sure.
and it's been hidden from us, you know?
I just saw a video the other day on the guy that he does a service where he has the med beds. What do they call that?
Med beds.
Where yeah, that's
Yeah, the med
cool.
bed technology is going to be big. Also, I do some healings in an energy and enhancement center, which is like light frequency and stuff, which is amazing. I love going to that center and doing Reiki in there. It's absolutely phenomenal. But all of these, light therapy, sound therapy, this is all going to become the way of the future.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie says, will this be on the podcast? Yes, it will, love. It
Yes.
will.
If
It
anyone
is
wants
getting ready to be almost 2 o'clock. I do have a session I've got to get to it too. So
yeah, yeah.
I
I
think,
haven't been reading comments. I'm not being rude. I just get
no,
to.
you're good. I think this was a great one. It was really nice to sit and chat with you. And I think the message of us getting together is clear, is to not be worried. Don't be afraid. Trust in the natural and the internal beauty of yourself. Fear is definitely not your friend.
No.
Boss, baby boss, Tarot, thank you, love.
FT.
Gene Patterson's in the house.
Gene, oh,
Yeah.
he's here to make me an omelet. I love him. I can't wait.
Awesome.
Gene works overnight, so in the mornings when he's at my live, he's making omelets, and I'm always like, "Hey, make me one."
Yeah.
Never mind that he's not anywhere close to me.
Right. That's
He'll be
funny.
like,
You brought up that's what I made Scott and Emma this morning for breakfast was the
"Oh,
omelets.
that's sweet."
All right, beautiful. Well, it was nice chatting with you today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Magnetic Beings, the podcast. You can listen to us anywhere you get your podcasts or on YT. The link is up here in my bio. Check it out.
Love you.
I love you.
Love you all. Bye.
Bye.